Good morning. Oh, this is so fantastic. Let me get my camera set up. Okay, this is Johille live on YouTube. I've never done this before. I mean, I tried the live thing, before. Yes, honey.
You're not doing a show.
I'm just testing my YouTube. I'm setting up a YouTube channel.
Oh,
So I'm testing it.
you're not playing no music or nothing.
Maybe it's going to be whatever. It's going to be way down low, just like it is right now. Okay. And my husband is my director, and what he's doing right now. We're going to be moving the studio from this room, which has been my office for 5 years. I've been doing all my shows, and I am on Facebook, is where the show was normally produced. And I'm branching out to YouTube now. I know you guys are going to enjoy the show, whoever comes. Okay, I'm going to tell you how the show is set up. I'm Johille. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on my husband's page, which is Steve, Steve. The last name's kind of funny, but you'll get it. It's Latvian. Upesleja. And the show has been on Facebook, and I just switched to a new show. It's called Dark AM Radio. And that's what you're going to get here today, Dark AM Radio. This is a test. This is only a test. But in the past, I do have a YouTube channel. Wait, get my head all the way in here. Okay. It's been on Facebook since 2016. And right now, what I'm doing, obviously, I'm testing the new show. You will see me in different wigs. I'll look different probably every other day. But I got a new girl today. Look at this girl. Ain't she pretty? The reason I like this is because it is the exact same color as my hair. A lot of women with gray hair don't like having gray hair because they want to look young. So they wear dark hair. They wear all different. There's one of my girls behind me. There's two of them. I've probably got about 50 wigs. I don't know how many, but that's a part of my life. Wigs are my life. No. And my husband loves it because he gets a chance to see a different woman every day. Every day. That was from a movie. I forget which one. Let's see. Okay. The show is music, playing music for y'all. And then this is television, obviously. Music and television together on Dark AM Radio. It started back in 2016. I was in a little condo in Hilton Head, South Carolina. And so I was in a wheelchair. I couldn't walk. My hip was bad. My back was bad, but I didn't know that yet. But anyway, I'm a veteran. And so they decided they didn't want to do my back or my hip. Talking about, well, you got to lose weight before we do anything. And so my husband was smart enough. He said, Joni, well, you got Medicare. Why don't you go ahead and use your Medicare? And that's what I did. And right now I'm learning to look into the camera because a lot of times on my show, I don't. I'm always looking at my face because I'm doing my makeup like now, see, on webcam makes a perfect mirror. Really. It's better than a regular everyday mirror. But I don't like being oily. That's one thing. Okay, my background is in radio and television. Grew up in Los Angeles, California. Hey! And so I've got a wealth of knowledge about the entertainment industry, about my life, about what went on, and how I got to be where I am. And the show is previewing on YouTube right now. I have never been about likes, but you can subscribe. Okay, just go down and subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to be doing a lot of things, talking about history. I'm from the 70s, y'all. That's one of my handles. I'm from the 70s. And if you're not from the 70s, too bad. Honey, being from the 70s is what it's all about. Big hair, big old afros, bell bottoms, stacks, and music. The music of the 70s was still good. And some of it was clean. A lot of it was clean. It's not like it is now. So I'm going to take you back to the 70s. And I want you to go with me. What I plan to do is go ahead and just do the show on Facebook, but then transfer it over here on YouTube. And sometimes I may come on live on YouTube like now. It's early. We are Eastern time, and it is now 3:41 a.m. I'm an early bird, and the early bird catches every worm. So that's how we do it. In my background, I told you, radio and television. I am a Jehovah's Witness. That is why we play clean music. I may talk about Jehovah, because that is my life. Being a Jehovah's Witness is the life that saved my life. Jehovah saved my life. So we're going to talk a lot about that, a lot about me, and we're going to play music like right now. I'm getting ready to go, and I'm going to pick up the song I wanted to play for today. I don't have a program like most radio shows, television shows. This is not programming. This is whatever I feel at the moment. But I had felt this song this morning. A lot of different music from the 70s, and you may get some from the 80s as well, quite a bit. Okay. I'm right over here, pick up the music, and then we start the show. Sometimes I'll talk ahead of the music. Sometimes the music will come first. Just whatever I feel. And I hope you all enjoy the show today. This is Dark AM Radio. Let's kick it off, y'all, with Johille. This is Diana Ross, her version of Home from the movie The Wiz, 1978. Flowing. And you guys can sing. I sing with the music. I sing off key. And you can too. No way. Tall trees bend into leaning. Suddenly the snowflakes that fall have a meaning. Twinkling the sea makes strong clean. Clean. Baby, there's a chance for me to go back there. Now that I have some direction, be nice to be back home where there's love and affection. Oh, time to slow up, giving me enough time in my life to grow up. Fly, be my friend, let me start again. I love her version. Come on, y'all, sing with me. The world moving, dead space. Oh, oh, goodness and God, we still make it fun. Say better to let things be. Yeah, in this brand new world, might be a fantasy, but it's talking to my sense. Full of love, like yours, like mine, my home. Yes, home. That song brings up a lot of feelings inside of me. Everybody doesn't have a home, you know. Um, a lot of children are out there in the street. They let them go when they're 18, you know. They're in the system and they let them go. Here's a few bucks. Go out there and make it happen. I do my show for the youngest ones who have no family and no home. The song Like Home is very deep to me. When I was 18, I grew up in a family. I had a home, but it wasn't a real home. When I was 18, they told me it's time to go. And I was like, go where? I didn't know anything about life, about what people would try to do to you out there. The pimps, the hustlers, prostitutes, the worst of the worst out there on the street. That's where our children are sent. I have a doctor. She's my doctor. She told me that I should talk about what happened and try to help other people with my life. And that's what I'm doing. I've been doing it on Facebook. Now it's time to branch over a little bit here on YouTube. And this is Johille. The show is Dark AM Radio. Started back in Hilton Head, South Carolina in 2016 in a little condo looking across the ocean. I couldn't walk. I'd look out and see people walking everywhere on the beach and doing everything, and I couldn't do it. So I started to do this show. I went to school for radio and television broadcasting, and it's something that I never went on with, and I had a lot of offers. We know we're in the Me Too generation now, but back in the 70s when I was breaking into radio and TV, movies, whatever I was doing, I was a dancer, modern jazz, African, and that was my focus because that's what I saw. It made me see that I could do that. I could be one of those people. And all I found was users, losers, some of the biggest Hollywood actors. Exactly what they say in the Me Too generation is what it is. But the people that talk about that and say what happened to them and everything, most of them did what they did, and they didn't use their conscience. Somebody said, hey, if you want this part, then you're going to have to do this or that. The person, if they said yes, they got the part. Maybe not all the time either. You might get, hoodwinked. But my mother had told me before I even went into the business, because my mom and dad were both entertainers. Dad's a big time jazz man. The group he was in was called the Three Sounds with Gene Russell. And my dad played with some of the biggest artists, a bass man. And my mother was a dancer, very highly skilled, and she was a good girl. My dad married her, and she was out of the business after that. So she told me, she said, Joni, she said, don't do it. If they come to you and they say this and that. See, I was prepared for what Hollywood was going to do. Okay? My eyes weren't wide open and couldn't see, eyes wide shut. So I went over to the back part of the business, which is being a movie secretary, television commercials. I went behind the scenes, and there was no different. You had to give it up to get what you wanted. The only people that I support in Me Too are the ones that were possibly raped. You understand? Forced. But if you said, I'll do it, when they said do it for the part, I don't believe what you're doing. People just trying to get money. All right. So anyway, that's my take on that. So full circle, my life went into a tailspin after I left the military. I was like 1988, and I married a man, and he was a cheater, also a military person. And then I met the love of my life. Once I left this guy, I met the love of my life, who I'm married to today. He's called the light-skinned brother man. I gave him that name. He also has a show on Facebook, and it's the Sunrise Show. Comes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on his page on Facebook. STEVEUPESLEJA. You might want to write that down. Yes, his dad's family, and his dad was from Latvia. I'm married to a Latvian prince. Oh, yeah, honey. He's a real Latvian prince. When his dad passed away just recently, Carlos, I have a video of him on my page, of him feeding a chipmunk. Amazing people, really. The crest they have a crest, their family crest. So yes, I'm married to a real live Latvian prince, but he's a Jehovah's Witness, and my husband does not, brag or boast. But this is just me asking and telling people to get to know what a Jehovah's Witness is like, really. The real person. And on my show on Facebook, just what I used to do, the type of show, very spiritual and speaking about the true God, Jehovah. As you've seen over the past months, there's been lots of Hollywood actors, not a whole lot, but ones that are top names. I mean, Serena, right? Uh, Also, our brother Nelson, that who passed, Prince. All right, Damon Wayans. Why are they coming to Jehovah? Why are people streaming to the house of the true God? We'll talk about some of those things also, but let's go ahead and get to another song. Now, the show is 1 hour long, and you'll be able to watch it on YouTube. You'll be able to see it on Facebook. Let's go to our next song. This song by the Crusaders, the jazz group, of course. This particular song lays it out for what it's like for many out there. The young people I speak about, the 18-year-olds, the people that have no experience, that are just being used and abused. There are so many lost lives. So, as a Jehovah's Witness, I can get to people and help them to learn who the true God is so they can learn about what is the real life. Okay? Let's get to a little bit about this. Here we go. Listen to that horn, baby. Feel it. Feel the music. Let it flow over you. You can sing off key like I do. Let's do it together on Dark AM Radio with Johille on YouTube. Music in the night, it's always bright. That's like for me, yeah. 18 years old, street life, beatniks. And I put the street life because there's no place I can go. Street life, only life I know. Street life, all the clubs to play. Street life, until you play your life away. And let the people see just who you wanna be. And if you want to shine, just like a superstar. It's how the life is played. Until you pass away. Just you walk your talk. Your finger that you want. Straight life, run with the time. Straight life, on the go, on the time. Straight life, but you better not get old. Straight life. or you're gonna feel the cold. Come on, y'all. Get your Cheerios. Is it me too? It's not just no street life. I know street life. Mountain parts to play. Street life. Until you play your life away. Oh, come on, y'all. How long's it been since you heard this? Or if you ever heard it before, this is Johille, Dark AM Radio, actor, dancer, artistic things can save your life sometimes. Help you to feel something when things are going wrong. Yeah, my dad was a jazz man. I used to go in clubs with him, carry his bass fiddle, my mother used to call it. Street life, street life, oh, street life.
Let me get you one.
That's my husband giving me my pills. Hey, come on now, do it. Living off pills and prayers, honey. Yeah. Woo. Are you feeling it yet? Feel it, baby. Life, street life. It's a bad place. Ain't nothing out there for nobody. Street life is the only life I know. Street life, if it wasn't much to play. Street life, till you play your life away. And let the people see. Just who you wanna be. Every light you shine, just like a superstar. Like display, a test and masquerade. Dress you walk you talk. Now who you think you are? You can get away from street life in the middle of time. Street life, but you better not get old. Street life, but you better play. I'm gonna tell you, you have a silver spoon. Yeah, your son is on the side. You never pay your way. You think it's your own. Straight life, straight life, straight life. Oh, straight life, straight life, straight life. Oh, straight life. Mm-mm-mm. This is a masterpiece. Makes you feel all kinds of things. Pictures in your mind of street life. Ooh, the Crusaders, honey. Look, ain't nothing better. You think they're going down and they come back up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She gonna start. She hollered now. All right, let's switch up, everybody. We are going to switch up now.
Not letting me get to
This is the preview. Here we go. The Bengals, basic shade of blue. You'll see that on my show. I'll play any one type of music. That's what I feel. There is no programming. It comes from my heart, my memories, and I share them with you. I want you to share with me. Remember, look around. Leaves are brown, hazy shade of winter. Honey, babe, is what you have planned. Carry a cup in your hand. My brother asked if COVID. I loved him so much. He was an actor, Donald Tillman, Chaucer, soliloquies of my life. This is where I am, my studio, tapestry, tender. Less than zero, the movie. They did not glamorize what the people went through. the 80s, free bass, cocaine, the end of many lives. Still, many lives are being ended because of drugs, alcohol. I'm in recovery, 14 years in recovery from that same thing. Hey, it's going to be the last song. It's just a preview of what you're going to see and hear and feel. I may cry, I may laugh. You may laugh and cry with me, talking about where we are now in life. We're in the last of the last days, everybody. And it ain't purple rain. What is hit? Tower of Power. What is hip? Come on, jam with me, everybody. Maybe hipper than hip. What is hip? Yes. Raised by a jazz family. You ever been to a jazz concert? Better than any concert you've ever been to. I think Tower of Power might still be touring. I don't know. If it's set, sing with just the right interest, but it just ain't right. What is hip? Do you think you know what is hip? My wig's hip. You might see me in red one day, blonde, blue. That's only at home. It's my new one. This is what it is. This is what it is. What it is. Hey, yeah. That's what my dad look when he plays his face. I got a little brother. His name is Bumpin' Bud. Google him. He's in Phoenix, Arizona. He jams. He does uh, jazz and blues, mostly the blues. Yeah, he really surprised me when he took the blues. What is he? Think about it, y'all. It ain't over. They made you think it was over. You like that? Then they come back out. Hey, what is hip? What is hip? What is hip? You know what's hip now? Jehovah, the real life, the new world. The sign of your prayer, the clothes that you wear. What is hip? Now, if you knew that song back in the day, if you knew that song, guess what? You were hip. Yeah, I had a brother-in-law that turned me on to all kinds of music, taught me to play chess, I mean, I had some of the coolest people around me as a young girl because I didn't like being around. Hey, here we go. Come on now. Woo! Whew. Wow. Amazing. 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 Whew. There's going to be so much that you're going to see and feel and hear on this show every day. So guess what? We will see you tomorrow. And I'm just going to pop up over here on YouTube. It'll probably be just before my show that goes on Facebook every day at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Dark AM Radio with your host, Johille. And on Facebook, if you want to catch me, you can catch me on Johille sometimes, but you'll probably be watching stuff on the timeline. But I normally do the show 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day. Same kind of stuff, music, talk, laugh, cry, share. And I have people that come on and they share in the comments. So you never know what you're going to see or feel on Dark AM Radio with your host, Johille, with background of a person that has been through life and is trying to share it with other people so that they can maybe not go through some things that I went through. Okay? All right. Thank you for being here, and we will see you tomorrow.